Welcome back to the only show on Twitch. That's not true. That's not even slightly true. Welcome back to the only gaming and news the gaming and film news podcast currently airing on Twitch right now. Flub, I'm just a little bit early, just a smidge early. What the hell is this supposed to be? The GRYITH show live with our special guests. We have Caden here talking about the stuff, and a very special guest.
Hello.
This frog.
I'm your biggest fan. I'm the frog.
You're the biggest GRYITH show fan in the world. Is this frog?
I'm the frog. What could I say? I'm a big fan.
Big frog.
Big frog.
That was the surprise. The frog.
What was the surprise?
Yeah, it's great.
It's frog.
And the frog's gonna be here for the whole stream too. Look, right there. I'm gonna put it on the TV.
Just in the middle of the screen.
It's beautiful.
I'm gonna put
It's
it.
a good frog.
Gonna stick it right here.
Oh wait, is it opening itself when you talk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It reacts to Jess's.
No, that is a surprise.
You
Wow,
know what? I
VTubing.
could set one up for you, Kate, if you wanna.
No.
It'd be great.
Maybe next week or the week after. Okay.
Maybe next time.
I'll set one up for Tom.
Make frog
It's really
bigger. I
good.
will make frog bigger. I'll make frog that big exactly. Actually, I could put frog like here next to me.
Go on. Make you a little pal.
My little
Sit on your
friend
desk.
sitting on my shoulder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that what you guys were testing earlier?
Yeah.
Oh,
Put
very nice,
frog
very
over
nice.
my
We made
face.
one that's just real life Tom.
It'll be an improvement. I know. Oh, we're not even into the first story, and already I'm being abused by chat. Well,
Confused by this frog. I'm gonna eat you. Ah!
oh no, this frog right here is going to eat me. Right, let's get it. Come on, let's stop fooling around. Let's stop all this tomfoolery, all right? Thank you for the 17-month resub, Flub. Holy shit. Have I
Yes,
been
that is a
streaming
very
for
long
17 months?
Yeah.
Cringe.
Your subscriber banner goes through your chat.
Yeah, cool.
It's epic.
I love that. Let's go to the first. Why is it this? All right. Oh, I forgot to say this is a special episode.
Oh.
I decided it was a special episode when I was opening all of these tabs ready for the show because I realized I did them in the wrong order. So this week, we're doing them in a different order. Normally we start with gaming and then go to film and then miscellaneous. This week we're starting with miscellaneous and then going to film and then to gaming.
Oh my god.
It's the opposite day episode. It's the reverse, the bizarro episode.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's insane.
It doesn't get crazier than this.
But it also means good news for everyone watching and everyone in the voice chat right now, because that means we'll get through the theme park stuff first.
Ooh.
And you won't have to think about it again. Didn't subscribe for
I like
chaos.
the theme of this part.
Anarchy. That's what you subscribe for. Anarchism. That's what we're doing here, okay? Our first story. It's a theme park story, baby.
Theme review.
It's this video
What's
of
the theme?
the theme is Spider-Man at Disney.
Oh.
And he's Tom Holland is in this video. He goes, yeah, I think the new Spider-Man ride seems pretty epic. I just filmed for it. It was pretty epic. That's what he sounds like. That's his voice.
Not what it sounds
That was a perfect recreation of his voice.
He sounds like, hello everyone, I'm Tom Holland. This is my mom.
He's male Sarah Silverman voice.
No, his American voice.
Yes, his American voices, and that's the only one that counts. That's what he's made his career off. It's like
It's true.
it's like saying David Tennant's British voice, and it's like, come on. That's what he's made his career from, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Right, anyway, he says, this ride that I'm being paid to say is epic is pretty epic.
Wow.
So that tells us a lot about it. But we do see some little footage of it. We see him in front of a green screen. We also see the actual ride. We see everyone was completely right. It uses a really weird system. There will be like a laser grid. If you can see on this, there's like a box that you look through, right? Where you can see out of. In front of you, there's like a laser grid. And when you stick your hand through the laser grid, it detects which direction your arm is pointing and shoots a virtual digital web in that direction. Yeah, it's very
Stop
hey
it.
Flub.
Get rid of it.
Get rid of it.
Tom Holland, bad. No.
Look, hey,
Big story.
what's wrong with Tom Holland? You just don't like that he's going to be Nathan
Tom
Drake in the
Holland,
Uncharted
bad.
movie.
I should have been Spider-Man. Me!
You should have been Spider-Man.
It should have been me!
But anyone can wear the mask.
He's gone. Anyone can wear the mask, to be fair. To be fair. But let's move on to our next story. Unless you guys had something to say about the Spider-Man ride.
No.
Yeah, it shoots out virtual webs, and it's going to be like you shoot robots or something. Who knows? It's going to be a ride.
I don't know what's gonna happen in this case to the Spider-Man ride in Universal.
Oh,
Isn't
nothing.
that going through a refurb right now, actually?
No, yes, it is undergoing refurbishment, but it's not being closed. Do you want to know why? Because Universal's going to hang on to those Marvel IPs for as long as it can. Did you know
Like
that?
a one-year lease or something.
I'll remind you. Do you not know about Marvel's agreement with Universal Parks? It's hilarious. It's funny. It's haha funny.
That'll be a funny moment.
I'll tell you a funny moment. So back before Disney acquired Marvel, Marvel Comics made an agreement with Universal Parks that they had exclusive rights to certain Marvel characters, which is most of the MCU characters through sheer coincidence. Anywhere west of the east of the Mississippi River.
That's insane.
It's the reason why Disney is building an Avengers campus in every single Disney park except Walt Disney World. Because they literally can't. It will be against the law.
Very
That's
funny.
weird.
It's weird and very funny.
I think you should look at your stream.
Why am I looking at my stream?
Because I think the frog's got something to say to you.
Does he? What do you want to say, Frog?
Look at the little text under him.
What? He's so small. This guy is pretty epic. Wow. I guess I'm pretty epic.
Yeah.
Yay!
The frog said so. Frog has hacked the stream. It's fine. I can't do anything. If a human being had hacked the stream, that would be one thing, but I can't do anything if it's a frog. They're too powerful.
That's a very intelligent frog, so
It's-
why would you want to stop
It's true. This is proof of intelligent frog life.
Got a big brain, what can I say?
Hacking froggy.
Big wrinkly frog brain.
Big, wrinkly, lots of creases in that frog brain. Universal patents suggest interactive haunted house attraction, probably going in Epic Universe. The Velocicoaster has unwrapped all of its wrapped up stuff before. You can see all of the Velociraptor statues, and it's testing the ride vehicles with actual riders. I never understand why you would sign up to be the first person to test ride something. Like, you're literally expendable. Like, if you die, if you get your leg cut off, like, the park will just say you signed a waiver. Like, why would you do this to yourself?
Awesome.
Probably pay you shitloads, right? Because there's such a risk to it.
They probably wouldn't. They're probably just like, you get to be the first to ride the Velocicoaster.
Yeah.
And people would be like,
I don't know.
Pog,
Yeah, I'll be first.
I want to be first. No one's ever ridden it before. They don't even know if it's
Yeah.
safe yet. That's
I haven't even
epic.
finished building it.
They
how
haven't.
first I
It's
am.
true. Oh, God.
That's very bad decision, 3 of them.
Flo says, I want to ride the GRYITH coaster if you catch my trip. Ooh, save it for after dark.
gosh.
Ooh. Damn. What? That was it for theme park news, everyone. Though, so you'll be happy to hear. You'll be happy to hear. Let's give a round of
That was
applause.
it. Normally the theme park news is at the end.
No, normally I rant on and on about the theme park news for ages. I could right now go off about that haunted house rumor for Universal's Epic Universe. I could fucking go off.
Sorry, I'm kind of enthralled at the fact when you look at me in real life, you're looking at the frog on the street.
That's true. I didn't even realize.
Perfect. It writes itself.
But it.
Good. I love it.
All I'll say is that the haunted house patent all but confirms that they are doing a Universal Classic Monsters area in Universal's Epic Universe, and it's going to have a walkthrough haunted house attraction, not a shitty roller coaster with barely any theming, a highly themed walkthrough attraction with technology. And I'm excited about it, but I'm not going to get into it now because too many times Universal has patented something and then never used it. It's the difference between Universal and Disney's creative zones. Disney will only patent stuff after they've already started building and using it because they know they have enough money to bail themselves out if they get into legal trouble.
Yeah, we'll start, but because we know we can pay for the damages.
Exactly. Universal, the moment someone has an inkling of an idea, someone could have mentioned something in like an elevator or at a coffee shop, and they'll be like, write that down right now. We need to patent that. Disney is not getting their hands on this shit, not again.
They're right at the wall, see what sticks.
They do. They literally throw fucking everything at the wall. I mean, there's got to be. I've heard about some of the testing stuff for how they reached the conclusion to make the Mario Kart ride a trackless. What is it? A trackless, interactive, augmented reality simulator.
Oh.
Try and figure out what that is. I know what that is.
So it sounds like a mess.
It kind of is, but it sounds like a beautiful mess, and
Yeah,
it's also
Mario Kart is a beautiful mess.
so it's perfect. Moving into film news,
Movies.
the Willy Wonka movie has got a release date that I'm sure won't change.
Why would it?
Yeah, why would it? Why would it? Flubbergut has redeemed a truth or dare. Is this thing going to tell me what it is?
Why did someone not put his old username? That's really weird. Does it, like, does Streamlabs remember the old one and just keep it as that?
Streamlabs just isn't telling me what the truth or dare was. I guess we'll never know.
Have your recent events panel open?
What?
Do you have your recent events panel open? It says you don't.
Do you want to know something epic, Jess?
What?
Streamlabs removed the recent events panel in November of 2019.
It's just got features that they haven't removed that you just can't use anymore.
Yeah, it's been replaced with the mini feed, and you can't get the recent events panel back now.
What are you meant to do?
I guess the truth or dare is the friends who made it along the way.
Ah, it's true. Truth or dare, Streamlabs bring back the recent events panel. Yeah, Willy Wonka movie. I think it's going to be a prequel.
Oh, about how Willy Wonka came to be.
Yeah, even though we already know everything about his backstory.
How William Wonka became Willy Wonka.
Who are they eyeing for it? Back in 2018, Collider reported that Ryan Gosling, Donald Glover, and Ezra Miller were being eyed to star, but those names...
One of those is not like the others.
Yeah.
You can pick which one.
I mean, they're all like completely different types of actor, but then those names have fallen by the wayside. Lately, sources have say that the Warners have their eye on either Tom Holland or Timothy Chalamet.
So much fucking work.
Tom Holland and Timothy Chalamet playing Willy Wonka would be the most boring version of Willy Wonka. Honestly, anyone in this list except Donald Glover or maybe Ezra Miller, are like really bored. Like, what's Ryan Gosling gonna do with Willy Wonka? All
I
Ryan
know,
Gosling
he
knows how to do is stand there and
Sad.
clench his jaw.
He's very good at being awkward.
Yes.
Like, Willy Wonka's meant to be awkward, but not like in a whimsical way.
Yeah, in a
It's-
charismatic way.
yeah,
Yeah.
A bit of a
it's
bit
not.
of work, but yeah.
Yeah, it's not Ryan Gosling standing there and going,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm so fucking sad right now. Oh my god."
Fluff says if Tom Holland gets cast in another fucking... What is your thing against Tom Holland? Why do you hate him so much?
He's just a boy at the moment for the past like
Yeah,
2 years.
he's just a guy that he's a callback to the classic Disney star. He's a 20-something-year-old playing a 15-year-old.
Not
Because
my
he looks like a
Spider-Man.
15-year-old.
Uh-oh.
Look, he does an alright job as Spider-Man, I think.
No, I
He's good.
genuinely love his Spider-Man, I'm not gonna lie. The only thing I hate about the new Spider-Man, which I only realised recently, was that it's just copied the plot of Miles Morales. And it's like to a T the exact same plot, and like the second one's different, but
They kind of have, Tom
Yeah.
Holland's Spider-Man kind of takes Peter Parker. It's more comic book Miles Morales than it is Peter Parker. Like
Yeah,
in terms
definitely.
of his relationship with his family and his friends. I mean, Ned from the movies is just ganky. Like
Yeah.
he's just ganky.
yeah. Where's Oscorp, by the way? And where's Dr. Octavius? And where's Green Goblin? And where is it? I want that shit.
Jess,
Yeah.
did you forget that they're making a Sinister Six movie?
Yeah, but I don't think that they are.
They literally are.
Oh, I thought that was just a rumor based on a new film.
No, they're doing it. They've been doing it for years. They've been doing
Oh.
it since the Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah,
Oh.
they're setting up their Sony's villain universe.
They've
and
been
it's finally like, whoop, you're here now.
They've been sending it up. I can't wait for Venom to be in Spider-Man 3.
He does got to go get them. So
I thought they cancelled it. No, I don't think they cancelled it. I think it's just in fucking production hell, you know? Anyway, next up, let's stop
Anyway,
talking about
yes, Willy
uh,
Wonka.
penis wanker. Clap for my joke. Clap for my joke. Come on. We've got some good news. We've got some good Disney Plus news, everyone. Disney Plus has kind of been releasing stuff sparsely recently. They had The Mandalorian, and then way later they had WandaVision. They had the Mickey Mouse show that was pretty good. They've had some documentary stuff, but it's kind of been few and far between. I have good news. The Muppets are coming to Disney Plus, everyone.
Yay!
And I'm not talking Muppets Now, because that was just okay. I'm talking the original Muppet Show, all 5 seasons.
All the Muppets.
Every single one of them.
See it. I want to go and watch Muppets for like a straight week after I finished all my assignments.
What would you do if
Is he a man or is he a Muppet? We'll find out.
We'll find out. We have to watch all 5 seasons, though.
Could be a very manly Muppet, could be a Muppet of a man.
Oh,
There's no
imagine a
way to know.
manly Muppet. Oh god, that's hot.
A manly Muppet. I'm imagining a Muppet made of human flesh.
Oh.
Wait, do you know who's a real manly Muppet, Jess?
Yeah.
Possum.
No!
Let me give context.
No, don't. I
Oh, no.
hate
I know you
it.
hate it. No, not the animal. Not the animal.
You know, a possum.
Oh,
This
I love
one.
it.
There.
That's great.
He's a very manly Muppet. Look at
Oh,
him.
I hate him so much. He's
a-
fucking
he's a-
disgusting.
He's a very manly Muppet.
He's not really very manly. He's just kind of a spider with the head on. That's not from the film, is it?
It looks like the same thing.
He
Kinda.
looks funny.
Am I a Muppet? Anyway, next.
Don't watch this film if you have fear of mannequins or animatronics.
God, that was
It sucks.
actually a legit scary film.
Like, it's good, but it's. Whew.
Speaking of Spider-Man, Sony has sold Phil Lord and Chris Miller's next movie previously titled Connected, now titled The Mitchells versus the Machines, to Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not much to say about that one. It's just
I
interesting. It
kind
means
of
a lot
prefer
more
the
people
new
are going to see it.
title. I think Connected was trying to like push a narrative that the film wasn't trying to do.
Connected pushes the like phone bad book good thing a lot, and this does look like the phone bad book good movie.
Yay. There we are.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
oh no, he's gone.
Hello.
Hello?
Why does this keep happening to me?
I don't know.
What
Okay,
happened?
how'd you get
I
back?
don't know.
Oh,
To be
no.
fair, mine was doing it a couple of weeks ago, just randomly crashing for no reason, like every 5 minutes.
The heck will I agree to film bad but good? And this goes like, how dare you?
Oh yeah. Film bad, phone bad, huh? Well, how about we kick you out?
No, please.
You know, I tried to start up Fallout. I didn't tell you this earlier, Jess, because I know that this kind of thing scares you. But I tried to start up Fallout 76 earlier. I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll give that game another go. My primary monitor just went fully black and then turned off. It said like my monitor's like going into power save mode, and my second monitor started flashing really like aggressively, just black and white flashing, and it started making this really high pitched sound. And I had to restart my computer, so I've deleted Fallout 76 off my computer.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea.
You monster, how could you play Fallout 76? Look,
It's a fine game.
A game-
Just treat it as an MMO rather than a Fallout game.
a game where I can go to West Virginia, shoot gun at Mothman, and the Flatwoods monster, and the one with no head that I forget the name of. That's all I need out of a game. Game cursed, game forsaken, game condemned. It's pretty cursed. I think what it did to my computer today proves that it's cursed.
It is a bit cursed.
Do you,
What is that?
do you want to know what that is? That's one of the new Ghost characters that totally isn't Slimer from the new Ghostbusters movie, Ghostbusters Afterlife.
It looks like a PS3 launch title.
It does look like a PS3 launched. This looks like a PS2 pre-rendered cinematic
Yeah.
from like Silent Hill 4 or something.
Classic Muncher. What's he like?
What's he like? Yeah, he's not Slimer. He's Muncher.
I'm kind of glad they're sticking with practical stuff though.
I don't know. I don't know if I get my hopes up for that. Jess, I think this might just be a thing that they did for like a press thing. They might have just made the statue for a press thing.
Oh.
Flub says, "Yo, that's me." What the fuck? Oh, do you guys?
We gotta ban that.
What? Oh, did someone post? Oh, okay. Wow. Thank you so much, bunch of letters and numbers, for posting a link in my chat. I'm sure people will go and click that immediately. Do you guys remember Jurassic World?
Just about.
Do you guys remember Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous on Netflix?
No, because it only just came out.
No, Jess. Season 2 just came out.
What? When?
Jess, Season 2 just came out. Season 1 came out ages ago. Remember?
Where have you been?
Oh.
Aren't you a big Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous fan?
I mean, it looks fine.
It does look fine, but apparently it looks fine enough to the big wigs that the plot of Jurassic World Dominion is going to link directly in to Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous. So if you want to understand the next Jurassic World movie, you better get on this children's show
I'm on it.
about friendship.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to make friends with dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs? I don't. What's the plot of the show? How do you make a Jurassic World? How do you make anything Jurassic Park without violence? Like, that seems like an inherent part of the franchise. It's
Like-
about dinosaurs eating people.
I don't know, like, to be fair, like, stuff like She-Ra and, what's that other one that I really like Hilda, and there's another one on Netflix that's also quite an adult-y kids cartoon. Like, they will do dark themes and they will do, like, slight violence, but it's never too dark, like, to be considered adult, you know? There's ways around it. I'm sure they do still tell a good enough story.
Yeah, I'm sure it's what implied, like stuff like that. You don't want to see someone's head chomped off.
Yeah.
And be like, "Where's Dave?" Then he broke the rules.
He is
Yeah,
gone.
it's implied.
What is the site you're exploring?
I don't know. I was like, I'll go to the website and see if they have more info. What the fuck? Whoa! Look at my little
Oh,
fella.
that's cute!
How do I play? Oh, it's the fucking dinosaur thing from Chrome.
Oh, it is!
Whoa, look at me go.
Yay! That's birthday stream sorted.
Yeah. 3 hours, let's go.
Do you think I could do this for 3 hours? Think I could
Yeah.
get the,
I dare ya.
don't tempt me. I will. I'll do it. I did fucking Jurassic Park on the NES the other day. I remind you.
Oh yeah.
Grith, why
I
do you
tell
even
you
mention
what.
these? It's important news, Fluff. People need to know about Camp Cretaceous.
I'll tell you what you do need to do, which you haven't done yet, is stream the Jurassic World horror game on the Quest, which is really good looking from what I saw of you playing it at Christmas.
It's really fun, but I don't think I would have a reliable way of streaming it
What?
because it's Quest only.
Oh yeah. Huh. I mean, there's got to be a way. I swear Oculus.
There is a way. I could stream it to my PC desktop over Wi-Fi, but then I wouldn't know how reliable that would be when I'm also streaming it out, you know? Anyway, so this year there were a bunch of delays, including Tom Holland, Flub,
No.
in the
Oh.
Uncharted movie. It's been delayed
I
until February 2022. I know.
God,
Josh,
Uncharted getting delayed.
I know. The Uncharted movie being delayed is the most surprising thing I've ever heard in my life.
Apparently, you can stream it to your Facebook page, so I wonder if you could
You
just
can,
like.
but also Oculus now just has like a thing, a web page that you can stream your Oculus Quest display to.
Oh, okay.
And more importantly, there's also been a bunch of other delays. Some of these are delays. Some of these are things that we already knew about. But a lot of things in like the same day were delayed to October specifically. This October, June is now October. That was already October. No Time to Die was already October. Morbius got moved after this post was made. The Addams Family 2 this week was moved to October the 8th. The Last Duel was announced for October the 8th. Halloween Kills was moved to October the 8th in October of last year. Snake Eyes is in October. Antlers has got a new release date. It was one of those things that was indefinitely postponed. And Last Night in Soho was also postponed till October. It was meant to be June originally. Oh, and I also there's one that's not mentioned on here that I'm personally excited for. The Green Knight is also, I think, just got. I think that one's also October. I know that one's got a new release date now though. The Green Knight. So excited for that.
Didn't they change Last Night in Soho to next year though?
No, they changed it to October.
I thought they changed it to October and then they like almost immediately changed it to next year.
That might be the case. I can't remember. So many delays happened so fast I couldn't keep up.
Yeah, it's like, okay, let's push it back another 6 months.
Yeah.
Alright, how about another 6 months? Okay, how about one more 6 months?
At this point, release dates only exist so that me personally, I can report on them changing.
Yeah.
That's the only reason.
It's the only reason. These big companies really are cutting out my work for me. Warner Brothers, we got 2 new pieces of Harry Potter news. We all love Harry Potter. We all think
Harrison
that...
Potter.
I was about to make a turf joke, but I'm genuinely worried about what goes against the terms of service here on Twitch.
I think
these
the
days.
fact you just said it as that's a joke in itself.
Yeah, turfs are a joke. You are correct. A new Warner Brothers has appointed a new head of the Harry Potter franchise in the wake of all of the J.K. Rowling stuff, and then today, a new Harry Potter TV series was announced to be in development for HBO Max. It is going to be live action. It is also on HBO Max, so I don't think anyone watching this stream or anyone in this voice chat right now can access this at all.
Nope. Nope. I'm surprised they haven't tried to do a Harry Potter TV show earlier. It just seems like
It's so
it
perfect
seems
for
to
it.
make sense.
It's so easy to make
Yeah.
a school setting into an episodic show because it's basically episodic itself, right? Like school, every day could be another episode, or every week could be another episode. It seems so obvious, but
Yeah, school is literally a schedule. And it's like,
yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, they're doing it now.
Yeah, they're doing it
So-
now. We don't know what it's going to be. We don't know when it's going to be based, but the Harry Potter franchise has this weird habit of basing things in the past, even though there's no point in doing that, because even the modern day wizarding world it acts like it's the 1800s still.
Yeah, I was surprised when I found out when the books were written, it was like, oh no, this is in the past. This is in the 80s or something. It's like,
Yeah.
Oh,
You just can't tell.
all right.
I mean, I have to keep reminding myself that the Fantastic Beasts films aren't just based now, because
No.
it's like the early 1900s, and the wizarding stuff, the magic stuff, seems more technologically advanced than what they had in the modern day. Well, the modern. When are the films based? They've got to be modern day because they have phones and stuff in the last one, don't they?
Oh, I don't know. I just know the books are based in pre-2000.
Yeah, I know that I know that the last book is based in 1998 or something.
Oh, I don't know. It's like J.K. Rowling makes it up as she goes along.
Yeah.
It's
Did-
crazy.
Fuck's sake. Flub says, Caden, did you just say the Harry Potter books are based? What the fuck?
I'll say again.
Fuck's sake. They are definitely based in the 1900s. Next up, more importantly, something everyone cares a lot more about than Harry Potter. Monkey and lizard punching each other. Bang. Boom. Monkey, lizard. We got a trailer for monkey, lizard punch each other. I just hope that they actually do it correctly this time. The best one in this whole series so far has been Kong Skull Island. Because it didn't care very much about the human characters, which is good. Godzilla King of Monsters cared so much about the fucking human characters. I didn't give a shit. I went in there. I watched the trailers and I was like, there's a fucking giant pterodactyl monster. There's a giant dragon monster. There's Mothra. There's fucking Godzilla. There's not going to be time for them to have human characters. Thank God finally I can just have 2 straight hours of monsters fucking shooting lasers at each other. Because that's what I want from one of these movies. And they
Well, don't worry. There'll be emotional climaxes too, though.
I just like an hour of over an hour of King of Monsters is people stood in fucking rooms going, how are we gonna kill this thing ourselves? And they don't even fucking do it. They always fail because they're puny human beings trying to fight fucking giant monsters. Point is, I hope that they do lizard punching gorilla justice.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope
no beating around the bush.
Exactly. If it isn't just like if it's 2 hours long, I want to see 1 hour and 45 minutes of lizard and gorilla punching each other. You are allowed an eighth of your screen time for anything else in a Godzilla movie. Okay? I decree it, okay?
You've heard it here first.
I am excited about one thing though, because in this trailer King Kong gets a giant axe. He has
to.
Where'd he get it from? Who made it? He's got a giant axe that can absorb Godzilla's laser beams. Point is, I really, really constantly want to love these movies because I love monsters. But they keep not having enough monsters. It's not that hard. Is it?
It has depends because you want big starring power. They want like, oh, we need to have a plot for the people. As in, you can't just be big monsters fighting for 2 hours, right?
Can't it? Like, do they think they'd get complaints? If, like, you go and see a film called Godzilla vs. Kong, like, you know what you're getting into, right? You know what, like, you have certain expectations there, right?
Like, it was great when Monkey punched Lizard, but what was John Hamm doing?
Oh man, there was so many like plot points. Like I could fucking tell you what the universe, because it's an interconnected universe. I could tell you about the interconnected monsterverse is. That's what it's called. That's what it's actually called. The monsterverse. And it involves like secret societies and like shadowy government agencies. And it spans over the course of like 700 years, and it's fucking boring. All of it. It's just background. It's boring background for like lizard punch monkey. Like, God.
Yeah, I really don't know what they're trying to pull off. It's just like, Shin Godzilla does it really well because, like, it's not just about the fighting and the real world stuff isn't boring. And the moments where you do see the monster is really well directed, but the Western movies are just kind of like, the fighting for like 2 seconds anyway. Here's like a really lackluster story for like 30 minutes. Okay, anyway, back to the fighting. It's poorly directed.
It's a distraction from what shouldn't be the most important part of the film.
Yeah.
Literally.
I'm just looking. Because it's Legendary Pictures that like runs it. Let's see what films they've made. Their first film was Batman Begins. No, that can't be right. Yep, that's right. Their first film was Batman Begins, directed by Christopher Nolan.
Classic. Always forget about that one.
Then Superman Returns, directed by Bryan Singer. Then Lady in the Water, directed by M. Night Shyamalan. How did they break into it with like all of these big names? They were like, here's our first movie, Batman Begins.
They know what they're doing.
They also made classic movie 10,000 BC, directed by Roland Emmerich. Remember that one?
That is a terrible.
I remember it. I remember the name.
Terrible movie. God. Right. Anyway, we're getting distracted. That's actually it for all the film news this week.
Ooh, delays.
Yay! It was all just delays except for Godzilla. I really hope that they don't move Halloween again. I just want to see the sequel to Halloween. And please, God, I just want one thing, all right? I won't mind that much when it inevitably turns out that Michael Myers just didn't die in the fire. But please, can I have a zombie Michael? That would be cool. I'd like that.
No.
That would be silly and fun. I mean,
Hello, zombie.
I mean, I've seen like pictures that they've released as marketing. He's not even like burned. He's not even like
No, he's fine.
singed. He's fine. His mask totally undamaged. How do you manage that?
I guess we won't find out. They were not gonna do that. This is gonna be like, oh, he's fine.
Oh,
We're back at it again.
Yeah, that wasn't actually Michael. That was
Pikel.
Pikel Pliers.
Yeah.
That was him. Right. Anyway, now to what we all came here for. Gaming news for gamers.
Gaming.
As a
Jess,
frog, I can say video game. Wow.
I need to be
10 out of 10.
100% sure that everyone here is a gamer, though. So
Okay.
I can prove it. My shirt is an Undertale shirt. That's a video game. I'm a gamer. Okay, Jess, prove that you're a gamer. Jess, don't do this.
You can't complete Pac-Man because if you get to the later levels, it runs out of memory because it's only an 8-bit system.
I'm convinced. That was good enough. What about you, Caden? Come on.
I'm in my pajamas
Yeah.
and I haven't left my room in about 3 hours.
It's getting there. I need a little bit of gamey spice. Gamey spice.
I can say the gamer word. I can do it.
No, not that one.
I can do it.
You know what? I'm convinced. It's fine. You're a gamer. It's okay. You're a gamer.
Yay!
Let's get into my new. Actually, I've been tagged. Who's tagged me here? Oh God. Oh my God. Flub, why did you do this?
What does this mean?
When the imposter is sus. Oh man, look at this guy's chin. This is a character from Soul right here. This is a background character from Soul. Right. Anyway, let's get gaming. Okay, we've beat around the gamer bush. We've been beating off gamer bush for too long.
I love beating off Gamer Bush. George Gamer
That's right,
Bush,
George
that's what we call him.
Gamer Bush. We're beating him off.
He's the president of gaming.
Let's move on.
Our first story for the Resident Evil showcase happened.
Yay!
They didn't announce Resident Evil 4 VR like their leaked calendar said they would, but that's okay for me because I got a bunch of things that I'm getting out of this.
Tall lady.
Tall lady.
She's tall.
God, so tall.
Right. What did they announce? Let's remind ourselves. They showed gameplay of Resident Evil 8. What did you guys think of the gameplay?
Excited. I'm ready.
Yes.
And I bet you're especially excited, Caden, because they also announced it's coming to PS4 and Xbox One.
Yeah,
So
my
you
poor
can actually
boys.
play it.
My poor boys can relate. Hopefully I
Yeah.
have enough money for next gen. Again, I'm still I say I want a Series X. I'm still torn because I will play more PS5 games.
Yeah.
But that's a whole other conversation.
It's true. If
But
you
yes.
don't get a PS5, you wouldn't be able to play God of War Ragnarok or anything like that.
Yeah, exactly. But again, that's a conversation I have
It's a
for
whole
myself.
other conversation. Yes.
Yeah, but yes, if I am poor by May 7th, which they also announced, then I can still play it.
Yeah, May 7th is the release date. They showed off the visuals. Looks very pretty. The UI at first looked very similar to Resident Evil 7. But they've made a bunch of changes to the inventory system. It's now closer to the inventory system from 4. It's also added. It's also changed the crafting system, so that it's like a mix. Honestly, everything to do with inventory and item management has just been changed to be a mix of 7 and 4. Hopefully, the good parts of 7 and 4. But it looks very epic. It looks extremely epic. I have something else here. Yeah, I want to talk about this. I found this on the website. They on the website they have this image of 4 houses, and these pictures, these images you see here, these are the symbols for 4 different houses: House Dimitrescu, House Heisenberg, House Bienvenido, and House Moreau. Right? Now, I happen to know the tall lady is Lady Dimitrescu.
Ooh.
Meaning that there are 3 other houses. I'm taking a very literal stand here and saying that by houses, it means literal physical houses, and that this is one of those.
Yeah, that makes sense. Village, different
Yeah.
houses.
Yeah.
It's a village.
Could it be that they're only showing us a quarter of the game, and that it'll be like
Definitely.
Resident Evil 7, and you'll go to 3 other houses during the game? I mean, that's what they did with Resident Evil 7. They only
is.
showed the Jack house in the marketing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's possible.
I hope if they do that, the actual house is like at least the same quality. Because like I
Yes.
said to you before, like each house gets lower in like
Yeah, that.
in scale, I guess.
Yes, yeah. By the time you get to the Saw house, the one that Eminem is in, it just feels like it's really linear. Like Jack's house, it feels like a maze, you know. But by the time you get to that one, it's like, okay, you've solved the puzzle in this room. Let's go to the next room.
Yeah.
It's just a big straight line. Another interesting thing to point out about this picture that I have on screen. Have you noticed that thing in the middle? Not the pillar, the weird pillar thing in the middle, but the background. Does this remind you?
It just seems like a bit of a logo of sorts.
Yeah, it's-
That's quintessential to Resident Evil.
Huh. Really?
Stars? No,
No,
it can't.
no, it can't be that.
Um,
Really makes you think.
really,
Makes
no.
you think. Flub says Heisenberg, Breaking Bad, Resident Evil crossover. Imagine if you went to House Heisenberg and you open it up and it's just the White's house from Breaking Bad.
Oh yes,
That'd be great. That'd be epic.
Oh,
They
the
just
last name
fall
is
in
the
there
White,
at you
yeah.
and make you hallucinate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, Ethan, you're here. You want to pick up? Anyway,
Science, bitch.
they just have a bunch of Breaking Bad references. Oh god. But it looks very cool. I'm very excited for it. They also released a demo for PS5 that I've played. I finished it. Fuck, I fucked it up. Fuck.
Oh.
They released a demo, okay? They released a demo. I played it. It's fucking pretty. It's a pretty game. It doesn't have ray
Yeah.
tracing, which I thought was a little strange. Right? It's weird that it doesn't have ray tracing.
It's
little
weird,
weird.
but it's just a demo.
It is just
Maybe
a
they'll
demo.
add it in.
It could
right?
be
Is
that
that
they
something
just added in.
Is that something you can just add in?
I don't know. But it wouldn't matter either way because like it's just lighting, you know, and the game it looks great. It looks great as it is.
It's the first game me and Josh were saying that we've seen and thought, wow, this is a next gen game because like
Yes.
Yeah,
some
I'm
of
saying.
some of the like texturing and stuff in it is like it looks like it was straight out of the Unreal Engine 5 demo we saw.
Yes, yeah.
It's mad.
We were talking about this the other day. Like a lot of the stuff we played on the PS5 so far, the Assassin's Creed Valhalla was just the PS4 version on PS5. Like no changes to make it next gen at all. Miles Morales is basically just a next gen upgrade for a PS4 game.
Mm-hmm.
Like this was the first time that we played a game that is made for the PS5.
Yeah.
And it felt like it. Like playing it on a lovely, beautiful, large television that the frog is in the way of when I turn my camera like that.
Hello.
It was very, very lovely, very satisfying. We even got into it, didn't we, Jess? We got a little spooked. We got a little spooked.
We did.
And at the end
Spooky.
of the demo,
Spooky
when Lady
moment.
Demetrescu comes through the door and stabs me through the chest, I felt a lot of emotions.
Demetrius skewered.
I got him, got him.
Thank you. But yeah, that sounds hot.
It was.
you.
It was. I wanted to murder me. Anyway, point is, moving on, they also announced a few other things, a few little tiny things, such as the multiplayer mode,
Ooh,
which
that's
kind of
very interesting.
it does look interesting. They've got this like comic book aesthetic to it. Someone pointed out on Twitter the other day, they've clearly made the character models themselves smaller. Like before I say this, it's like just like even more so than the last two multiplayer modes on these Resident Evil games. This is just an asset flip. Like, you just play as Leon and Claire from RE2 Remake. You can play as Jack from RE7. Like, it's all stuff that exists within the RE engine. All of these games, 7, 2, 3, and 8, are just all made in the same engine.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very clear how easy it is to just switch assets between different games in this engine.
Yeah.
Because even all of the maps are just the Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 7 maps. It just made me think, though, there are other games made in the RE engine. I haven't actually thought about this yet.
Like what? Like
If they wanted to, they could put Dante from Devil May Cry 5 into this.
Featuring Dante from Devil May Cry, would you say?
They could, if they wanted to. Nothing is stopping them. They own that game. Just saying. Just
yeah.
put it out there.
I'll say what else they got on it? Devil May Cry Monster Hunter.
Oh, Division 2? Sorry, no, I'm thinking about this. Yeah, Monster Hunter is also RE engine. They got there was something I was playing the other day. No. I'm thinking of the id engine.
No.
I was thinking Evil Within, but that's not RE engine.
Right.
It's just based on Resident Evil, and it's also based also.
No.
Anyway, what else did they announce? The Division 2 is getting Resident Evil content for some reason. Like, this is a 3-year-old game. They finished the roadmap for this game, like, beginning of last year. This game's over. This game's ended. But they were like, hell yeah. You can be a STARS member. And they haven't said, like, yeah, we're going to be having a temporary mode where you can fight zombies in the Division 2. They're just like, log in to receive the Leon Kennedy outfit.
Like, okay.
Did this need to have a 2-minute long trailer in this showcase? You tell me, guys. Also, Resident Evil Infinite Darkness got a new trailer. That's still coming out this year.
Cool.
Yeah. And I think
It looks nice.
it
but,
does
you
look
know.
nice, but I has there been a good Resident Evil movie, live action or animated? The answer's no. I'm sorry, guys. Although the live action ones are funny.
Funny.
They're very funny. Well, I was like, I was like, I think that's everything. Why am I only halfway through this showcase video, skimming through it? It's because they just leave the pre-order today's logo up for 15 minutes.
Yeah, just in case you forget.
Yeah, I mean, just in case you think about not pre-ordering.
Mm-hmm. Like, oh, maybe I should pre-order now that we've had it for 7 minutes. I don't know.
Now
Maybe
I'm
for the-
convinced. Now I'm
Yeah.
convinced. Right, we've talked enough about Resident Evil. Let's move on to Hitman 3, because that came out.
Ooh, that did come out.
It did come out. I know that no one here is like a huge Hitman fan, right?
I like it as an idea. I've played Absolution like years ago.
Yeah.
I've played some of 2, like the
the
new
new
one. I don't know. For me personally, I feel like it's so overwhelming that I just like, what do I do?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
once I figure out what I'm doing, it's very fun.
Yeah, it's
And I
a,
just feel like I haven't given it a fair shot. I just
Yeah.
like the idea.
it's a tough one to get into because it's that mixture of like the fact that it's stealth, so there's that inherent stress to it, and also
yeah.
that there's so many options. It's so overwhelming. Like you can approach any mission in so many ways.
Yeah.
That it's like, oh, I don't know what to do. But there's also so many options for failure. So you know. Yeah, but I agree. I agree with what you said. But apparently this is the best like Hitman game. This they've said that this critics, that is, have said that this could be the best Hitman game ever.
Well, I'm not surprised. Like every time I've heard something about him, it's like this looks sick. I've heard like it's great.
I mean, before
So-
it, you know, leading up to its release, this just kept sounding better and better. They were like, okay, Hitman 3 is going to be the most advanced Hitman game ever, and also you're going to be able to play all of Hitman 1 and 2 in the new engine in this game, and also you
I
can
didn't
play.
know that.
Yeah, right. And also you can play every single thing in the game, including the first 2 games, in VR.
That's sick. That's awesome.
Like, they just kept adding all these things, and it was like, oh my god. And apparently it paid off, because it's meant to be amazing.
Yeah.
So,
You know what? I'm glad to hear it. I'm
glad to
happy
hear it.
for all the Hitman fans because it feels like they've just got treated.
yes, absolutely. I wish every franchise got treated as got a treatment as nice as this. Because this sounds amazing. I mean, it's one that this is definitely one of those games that's going to be on my like, I want to get it one day.
Yeah, no, I'm.
You know?
As you said, I'm like, I wonder how much it is. I'm like, yes, well, I do want to give it a fair shot.
Yeah.
Oh, it's still full price on the store. Never mind.
Maybe wait for a sale. Maybe that's what it is.
maybe I'll go outside
No,
and see. Yeah.
it'll
I
never
do
come
want
to
to give
that.
it. I do want to give it a go at some point.
Yeah.
Why would you buy a game about being a hitman when you can simply be a hitman in real life?
You can't be a
Ooh,
hitman during COVID. You
I
can't
could
leave home.
hitman. No, I could hitman. I could try
You
it.
could hitman. You can do that at home if you like.
Josh, you can socially distance with a gun.
Oh my god, you're right. That's well over 6 feet.
Yeah.
What quote?
Flub says Hitman, more like kick woman. Moving on. I wanted to talk about Xbox Game Pass because I've never talked about it on this show before.
What's that?
It's this amazing service where you can pay a flat monthly fee right now. If you are a fucking PC or Xbox user, you can go to Game Pass, the website. You can pay £1 or $1 or one of any whatever fucking currency you use, and you can get 3 months of Game Pass for free.
You'll never
for
catch
£1.
on.
It includes 3 months of Discord Nitro. It includes 3 months of Disney Plus. It includes 3 months of Spotify Premium. It also includes access to Game Pass for Xbox and Game Pass for PC. I don't have an Xbox. I've been paying for this for 6 months. Game Pass for PC includes over 100 games, including, as of this month, the best game of 2019 and one of the best games of the last 5 years, Control. It also, yeah. It also includes any new Xbox Studios games that come out on release day as part of the subscription. Like, I know I talk about it a lot, but it's like the Quest. Xbox Game Pass is a lot like the Quest. People fucking sleep on for no reason. I don't get
Yeah,
it.
it's weird. I
Every
think it's
fucking-
for marketing.
every single time, like every single time I go to a stream where someone's using a Quest, that someone in the chat would be like, what headset are you using? Is it the Index? No, it's the Quest. Oh, I've never heard of it. Or they're like, oh, can you use that with PC? And it's like, yeah, that's half of the fucking use case. And same with Game Pass. It's like, oh, isn't that just Xbox Live? And it's like, no, bro, you're missing out. If you have a PC, get Game Pass.
£1.
It is £1 for 3 months. It's not £1 a month for 3 months. It is £1 for 3 months.
and then it's like what, £7 maybe
I
for
think
Ultimate.
for Ultimate it's £7. For Basic it's like £3.
They might have
So-
raised it though, but like either way, with either subscription, you still get all of these games on PC.
Like if you are a PC gamer or an Xbox gamer and you aren't subscribed to Game Pass, you are literally stupid. Like you're literally just
Yeah.
purposefully missing out on the best deal in gaming. You either have too much money and don't care about how much money you're spending, or you just like nothing on Game Pass appeals to you. But that's not valid.
No.
I have to exaggerate for entertainment purposes.
Yeah.
Also, I just finished What Remains of Edith Finch on Game Pass yesterday, and I've not cried that hard at a game in my life.
Oh.
So that could be a good thing or a bad thing. It's up to you. That's a you thing.
I say, Donut County.
Jess, you're cutting up a little bit there.
So is everyone else.
Uh-oh. Hello?
I just everything sucks.
Well, that was
Hello?
us that time. That was us. That was us that time.
Oh.
Like working.
Jess, what did you say about
Talking.
Donut County?
Play Donut County if nothing else for the soundtrack because it's really good and I listen to it like every day.
Yeah,
Day,
Donut
bro.
County has a sick
And also,
soundtrack.
I love it.
Sounds good. But yes, this is why I'm torn between this Xbox and PS5 because Game Pass looks sick.
It's true. I mean, I'm still like this close to like being still on the party of when I get a job, I want to get Xbox All Access. Like I have a PS5. Like, has this ever happened before? It's always the console war. You choose a PS5 or an Xbox. I've got a PS5, and the Xbox is so fucking affordable that I'm still considering maybe I should get an Xbox. You know?
Yeah, like if I'm making enough money a month, I'd be like, yeah, I could pay £25 a month for an Xbox.
Yeah, it's £25 a month.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It's not terrible.
It's not a bad price at all. That's as much as like the highest tier subscription to Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. That's a phone contract.
Yeah.
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 I mean, I think the like key point is like, you know, if you have a PC, I don't know if it's on Mac. I know you
It's
can
not.
get the cloud one. I think on iOS now.
I think it's
so,
still
like-
only Android. I think it's if you have an Android, a PC, or a Xbox, then you'll get something out of Game Pass. But otherwise,
Yeah, like that's the key point. I think like if you have a PC or an Android, you could probably get away with just having Game Pass. But you know, I think it's what games you're interested in because like you know, Xbox doesn't really have that many exclusives, especially ones that aren't coming to PC anyway. The UI I think on Xbox is nicer, and having like the recent games tab that you can just like hop back into games
and the
rather than like quitting them.
the problem this generation with their exclusives is a lot of them coming to PC. Like, I've not been thinking about wanting an Xbox for ages, ever since I found out that the Medium, when it comes out, is going to be on PC, on Game Pass. I won't have to spend another penny on it. I can just play it. That's good shit.
Yeah. But basically, like, if you like, you know, the Naughty Dogs, PS5 is probably what you want to do. If you have a
Yeah.
PC.
In ideal world, I want both.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
They both have like quite a lot. It's less about like you know, it's less of an easy decision in previous generations because it was like such a quality leap. Like you could see, you know, Xbox has the worst. No, Xbox has better online. PS4 has like worse online, right? But PS4 has better exclusives. It is so much like tied to services this time. Like, you know. PS5, sure. If you like Naughty Dog, sure. If you like Sony Santa Monica, sure. But literally everything else, like, you can't decide because they're like on par.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's enough sucking off Xbox's dick. Let's move
Game Pass, get it.
on.
The frog says, "Get it."
Someone uploaded a bunch of data from a pre-release version of Ocarina of Time,
Ooh.
which is very interesting. And we learned like 2 interesting things. I'm gonna be honest. A lot of news outlets were like, "We learned so much from this." Like, we learned some boring stuff, like stuff to do with how they made the game. Boring. More importantly, we learned little things like originally Link was meant to be able to turn into Navi and like fly around.
Oh,
Ooh.
that sounds really cool.
Yeah, it's wild and wacky.
Would you say it's Breath of the Wild?
Hey.
This is why I don't want you on the show anymore, Jess.
No.
Sorry.
If you want a frog right now, I'd kick you off.
No.
I'm such a bully. Next story is a pretty big one. This is huge.
Yes.
Oh.
Or 3.
A game development studio is developing games.
Whoa.
I know.
Okay, but
Kick
can
that
I
frog
add
out
to
now. I
this?
can't. It's illegal to kick out frogs. That's discrimination.
Can I add to this?
Yeah.
We saw a video yesterday. This wasn't in like any of the articles for some reason, but basically, people have been mining like Dota 2 updates because I think like the source engine's just weirdly linked with all of the assets for a lot of games. Like you can just access stuff from other games.
It's
It's
'cause-
very
yeah.
strange.
It's because Half-Life Alyx and Dota 2 are the only games in the Source 2 engine.
Yeah, it's odd. It's really weird. I don't know why they do it like that. But basically, there is a game that's been rumored for ages called Citadel. It's codenamed Citadel. Gabe was being very, very, very like what's the word? I don't know, subtle about it. Yeah, cryptic. In the interview, but like, they left a bunch of stuff in the update notes which are clearly just like actual clues to it, like genuine clues for people to find because they know people are data mining. It's like, you know, things that they would never actually use, like, variable hop over thing, variable jump, variable what was the other one? It was
Mantle.
like. Yeah, there was like, it was just loads of stuff that kind of just, it described kind of what kind of game it was gonna be. They referenced in this video as well, there was like an old Valve like marketing team presentation. It was like, oh, you know, we really like to just, instead of announcing games, we'll just leave hints for the community, and that can be almost like a market test instead of beta testing. And it's like, well, yeah, that's genius.
Flub says, I really hope they're bringing out a new IP. I agree. As much as fun as the Half-Life 3 or Portal 3 meme is, I kind of want to see something new from Valve. You know, I want to see what in the year 2021, what they got. You know, what they got new, fresh off the proverbial stove.
Yeah.
That's the story. Next up.
Whoop, whoop.
Oh, can I say one more thing?
Of course you can.
They are working, and this is like actual confirmed, they're working on an AR VR hybrid headset, and we
Yeah.
know from like interviews and stuff that they were working on like almost like a Wii U kind of style Left 4 Dead 2 game where like people could like place items to help people.
We also know that Gabe
one
Newell
person
has
like playing on the TV and one person playing in VR.
we also know that Gabe Newell has questionable ethics.
Oh yeah,
Have you
yeah,
heard him-
that's.
Have you heard
yeah.
him talking about how he sees the future of VR and AR? He's like, the human brain is just a VR and AR thing waiting to be mined, and it's like, what are you talking
Like,
about?
I'm alright.
He verbatim said, "Our eyes and ears are just meat peripherals."
It's like, what,
Thank you,
Gabe?
Gabe. Very cool.
He wants to gouge out your eyes and take the little cables they're attached to and plug them into
Very,
a machine.
very Far Cry villain of you, Gabe.
It kind of is. It kind of do be.
Oh, also he was barefoot in that interview and he was like holding onto his foot the whole time.
Kind of hot. Anyway,
Oh dear.
we got some new information about Sons of the Forest. I'm pretty sure I'm the only person in the world who is actively excited for Sons of the Forest.
No, it sounds cool.
Don't patronize me, Jess.
I want to play it. We can do a stream again. Do you remember you streamed a
Why
Forest
not
of Famine
Daughters of the
stuff?
Forest? Oh,
Yeah, come on, guys.
True.
Disgusting.
jeez. It's 2021.
What about the Days of the Forest? Like,
True.
Come on, game developers, get with it.
But it does
oh,
look
yeah, that's-
graphically from that thumbnail,
it does look kind of sick. I just hope we see more of those wacky, crazy monsters from the forest.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, look at this shit. Look at some of these fucking moments. Look, that's just a random normal lady, except she's got like 6 arms.
Oh, I thought she's not tall.
And she's not tall though.
Not so, no.
Sorry to get you excited then.
It's alright.
It looks awesome though, graphically, like,
It does. I have high
the
hopes.
animation's lovely too.
Apparently they're gonna go on a much more story oriented path on this, which works for me because the final like few hours of the forest like gameplay, because you can't finish it, it's one of the only ones of these survival games, like hardcore survival games, where you can actually like complete it and it ends and has credits, you know.
Oh.
Yeah.
And the last few hours of this game are fucking sick. And you know, I mean, you guys know how much I love some fucking sick monster designs. Look at this shit.
I mean, it's borderline just a cryptid game.
That's all you need to say. I'm on board. I'm on
They
board.
look pretty creepy.
Pretty spooky.
Pretty spooky, scary.
Well, I'm not going to go through everything that's said in this interview because there's no point. But moving on. You remember Playdead, who made Limbo and Inside?
I do remember Playdead who made Limbo and Inside.
They released some concept art for the next game.
It's so pretty, I love it.
Ooh.
I want to hang it up on my wall.
They've also implied that it's going to be a full 3D game as opposed to a 2D game like their last two.
Very interesting.
It looks very... This is wonderful concept art. I love this. Have you guys both played Inside and Limbo?
I played Limbo, but I know the gist of Inside Out. I've had that spoiled for me many times. But yeah, they know what to do when it comes to atmospheric, like cryptid, dark games. For it to be 3D, just looks just like, oh, awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to see what they do with like full 3D environments. Because they
I'm imagining just a scary journey. That's what I'm imagining.
Oh, damn. That is the best thing you could possibly say. I mean, look at this almost gives me like Death Stranding vibes. These bits of concept
I
art.
get that.
Yeah.
It looks like what Death Stranding was presented to be, which like all of the adverts were leaning more heavily towards it being like a horror adventure thing rather than a walking simulator.
No, just the adverts said it was going to be an exciting action game in the vein of Metal Gear Solid, but it's actually a walking simulator. God, it's really tough because it is a walking simulator in like the definition of the words walking simulator. It is that, but it's not a walking simulator. Like walking simulator is like Firewatch and What Remains of Edith Finch.
It's a traversal simulator.
It's a traversal simulator.
It's a don't drop the baby simulator.
It's a Stranding type game.
It is definitely a Strand type game. I cannot deny.
And here's the second one. It seems.
It does seem. I can't wait to hear more about it. A third-person open-world science fiction adventure built for multiple platforms on the Unreal Engine and published by Epic. Well, I didn't know about the open world part. Maybe it is just Death Stranding.
The madman, they're doing it.
They're doing it. Absolute madmen. Anyways, next story. Predator in Fortnite, everyone.
Yay!
Predator in Fortnite! That's one ugly mother Fortnite! I've been waiting a week to make that joke, and no one even... All I got was a giggle. I can't believe this. Actually.
Woo!
Woo!
Yay!
I did it!
My Windows is sending me errors whenever I use the push to talk button.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how to deal with this.
What button have you got it on?
Numpad asterisk.
Maybe you got that on something else on a different program.
No.
Okay. And now I don't want to talk about Fortnite Predator that much because I know not many people care. So let's go to our next story. Fortnite Terminator, everyone. Why is this tweet in the middle of Fortnite Terminator? What? And I checked on the store to see how much Fortnite Terminator was because Terminator 2 is one of my favorite movies.
Mm.
For some reason, Sarah Connor from Terminator Genesis. No, not Genesis. What was the most recent one? End.
No, it was not Judgment Day.
End Day, Kill Day.
Annihilation. I don't remember. It was.
Yeah, Terminator Revengeance.
God, it was Dark Fate.
Dark Fate. Dark Fate.
I had to Google it.
It's Sarah Connor from Terminator Dark Fate. She costs like about £20.
Oh.
Sarah Connor from Terminator Dark Fate costs £20 in Fortnite.
I guess the film has to make their money back somehow.
I guess. And the Terminator himself costs about £7. Riddle me that. How they thought people would be more likely to shell out for Sarah Connor from Dark Fate.
Yes, if you're a die-hard Terminator fan, then you got.
Flub said, I thought you were the only Predator in Fortnite.
Mama.
We were. King of the Castle. Next up. Capcom has overhauled its plans for the Resident Evil 4 remake. Oh, I should have put this with the other Resident Evil news. Oh well. Basically, Capcom had two teams working on the Resident Evil remakes, but they didn't realize how successful they were going to be. Resident Evil 1 remake from years and years and years ago was done by Capcom Division 1. Now, Capcom Division 1's thoughts on this is that these remakes should be one-to-one perfect recreations, just taking advantage of new technology, right?
Okay.
The Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 remakes were made by M2. M2's thoughts on it is that they should be supplementary experiences that are clearly more advanced versions of the originals, but not designed to replace them.
Yeah, I guess like a retelling rather than a remake.
Exactly. Like, what if we made it now, as opposed to let's remake it now? You know?
Yeah.
But due to the success of 2 remake and the slightly less big success of 3 remake, they have, for some reason, instead of just giving the whole thing to M2, who made the popular ones, they have merged. They have bought in Division 1, and now they're both working on it together. M2 has had its role on the project reduced. So this could either go really, really well and we see a perfect mix of one-to-one remake and a new take on the idea, or it could go really poorly and be a complete mess.
Yeah. Like, I always found it odd that they, like, if you want to play, like, oh, I want to play the new Resident Evil games, then you have, like, the remake of 1, it's like, okay, it's just, like, just a HD version.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, play 2, it's like, no, this is the other 2. You want the previous 2.
Yeah. You're playing 2 or 2. Yeah.
And, yeah, so just, like, it's just a bit odd that it's like, oh, but I want to play this version of 2, not this version of 2. And then, you get this, it's like, which 4 do I do?
Yeah, I bet that's what it is. 3 wasn't very popular. 3 was nowhere near as popular as 2 remake. So I bet they were like, okay, we need to bring in Division 1 to make sure they don't fuck up again.
Yeah. I haven't played. I played some of 2 and I haven't played 3, so this might be a bit based. But I feel like the reason Resident Evil 3 remake didn't do well is because it came out too soon after 2. Like, was it like a year later?
It was a year later, but that's also how
Yeah.
quickly the original 3 came out after 2.
Well, I don't know how successful was the original 3.
I mean, they're both kind of just both 3 and 3 remake are just asset flips of 2. So like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Here's my controversial opinion. I don't think either version of 3 is good. I don't think 3 is like. I think 3 is one of the weaker Resident Evil games overall.
As in, I don't hear much about 3. Period. So
Yeah, people like 3 is one of those games that, like if you liked 2, you'll probably like 3. You know.
yeah,
It's just like if you want more, like I guess that's more.
yeah.
But
I feel like in that case, it's just marketed wrong. It's like it's because it's not. Is it a new game? Or was it just a standalone expansion?
It's basically a standalone expansion, both of them. I mean, the original 3 feels more like a full game, but that's because, how do I put this? I don't want to say it was easier to make games back then. It was quicker to make games back then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I get what you mean. I get what you mean.
Yeah. But yeah, that's this one. This could either spell doom for the Resident Evil 4 remake, or it could make it the best Resident Evil game ever. Who knows if we're lucky? But
Only time will tell.
when are we ever lucky?
Oh.
Next up, do you remember Vicarious Blizzards? Well, I mean, relevant. Remember Vicarious Visions, the company that single-handedly revived the Crash Bandicoot franchise with the Insane trilogy and the kart racing remake that I forget the name of. And then the next year made one of the best sports games remakes of all time with Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2.
Whoa. What a track record.
I know. Brilliant record. They're doing amazingly. So, Blizzard has taken steps and completely absorbed Vicarious Visions, and Vicarious Visions will now no longer be working on their own IPs. They're just going to be working on Blizzard IPs with like 100 other companies.
Oh.
Yeah. So Vicarious Visions basically doesn't exist anymore.
No.
Yeah, so thanks, Blizzard.
Thank you. I can't wait to see World of Warcraft.
As usual, fuck off, Blizzard. Stop being cunts. God, when was the last time Blizzard did anything right?
Oh dear.
Anything.
Maybe this is a new start. Now, Vicarious Vision be like, oh, what about this?
Oh,
They'd be like, oh, maybe you're right.
They wouldn't be allowed to.
Nope. Get out.
I'm telling you, this is what happened. They saw how successful Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 was, and the Insane Trilogy, and they were like, but if we put them on Overwatch 2 or Diablo Immortal, then maybe some of their good fortune will rub off on us.
And
Some of their talent will rub off on us.
And maybe it will happen. Fun.
Yeah, just Jason Schreier talking about the absorption of Vicarious Visions. Little tiny story. Xbox changed the pricing of Xbox Live Gold. I think it was a move to try and push people towards Game Pass. Because a lot of people who have Xboxes are just way too used to just, I've been paying for Xbox Live Gold for ages, I'll just keep doing that. But they clearly want to dissolve Xbox Live Gold into Game Pass Ultimate.
Yeah, definitely.
So they raised the price exponentially. A 12-month membership on Amazon is $59.99 on Amazon. But digitally, 6 months was $60, meaning that 12 months was $120.
Disgusting.
Awful, absolutely awful. So then 2 days later, they completely reversed it.
Yeah, they're like, okay, we won't do that then.
They were
Fine.
like, ugh, guys, we were just pranking. It was just a prank. Well, that was a small story because it doesn't lead to anything.
Yeah. We're doing this. No, you're not. You're right. We're not.
Yeah, I think we're actually reaching the roundup of small stories here. Yeah, these are all just small roundup stories. Next small roundup story. Koei Tecmo announced that they did their sales report, and Hyrule Warriors by the beginning of December had sold 3.5 million copies,
Ooh.
which is absolutely huge. Next up, Konami has announced, I'm not going to read this whole thing. Basically, announcement of restructuring are the only words you need to know. And a lot of people read into this announcement as, oh my god, Konami is dissolving their gaming division.
All right.
Which admittedly is what this looks like.
As in, they've been hinting at that for a while.
As in, the part 3 of this announcement literally ends with Production Division 1 dissolved, Production Division 2 dissolved, Production Division 3 dissolved. But it doesn't. They've just been dissolved and incorporated into other divisions, sadly. But that didn't stop people. That didn't stop people speculating before people actually read this properly. People were like, "Oh my god, does this mean? Does this mean they're going to sell off all of their IPs to companies that we like better?"
Dun, dun, dun. Is Silent Hill going to be a Switch exclusive?
I was gonna say, Castlevania going way off. Fucking Bomberman going way off. I think that's Konami Bomberman. Yeah, I think so.
I think that's. I don't know. I think
No, that's
I would say
Capcom. That's Capcom. Yeah, I think so. Anyway,
Hopefully they'll just sell Silent Hill to Kojima.
but yeah, Silent Hill and Konami were both trending today because anytime anything at all happens to do with Konami in any way, shape, or Kojima in any way, shape, or form, it's always speculated to be something to do with Silent Hill. Every time.
People really liked PT, and they were like, "Ha! No, we're taking it back."
Yeah, it just seemed so petty because it was well received. It was one of the most well received horror games.
Come on, Konami. All Kojima did was go 3 times over budget and break his non-disclosure agreement multiple times.
Okay.
Just keep it going.
Yeah. I just want another tall girl.
Ah.
Sorry, lady. I don't want tall girl. I do not want tall girl. I want a tall lady.
I want a tall lady.
Girl, Netflix's Resident Evil.
Oh my god, crossover. Last small one, the game Cyber Shadow just came out. Cyber Shadow. It's gotten pretty good reviews. Not great reviews, not amazing reviews, but pretty good. That's it, guys. That's all of our stories for the day.
That's it.
We made it through.
Woo.
Wait, the frog's gone.
Frog's gone?
Oh,
I can bring back the frog. Frog's back.
Yeah.
Frog's back.
Yeah.
Return of the frog. Return of the frog.
Froggy.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
Froggerton.
this has been our longest show in like months for some reason.
Yeah. I don't know how it happened, but here we are.
There's so much news.
So much news.
2 hour mark and start playing something.
What? Not really. I want to play something on my own time.
That's the
Anyway. Bye gamers. Thanks for coming to the GRYITH show. This Thursday, I plan on playing The Medium on Steam. Yeah, I know. Exciting. I am extremely excited. Speaking of Silent Hill, The Medium. It's not Silent Hill, but it's close. It's close.
Close you're gonna get.
SCP wallpaper. I'll fucking skip it to the next wallpaper. God. How do I do that? Give me a minute. I'll do it. I'll do it. Are you happy now? Are you happy now? Look, I can make this one wiggle about. Anyway.
Wiggle, wiggle.
Thanks for coming to the show. The show is now ending. Goodbye.
Bye.
What?
See you Thursday.
See you Thursday, gamers, for gaming
Yeah.
time.
Ooh.